Welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. I'm Teresa. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, what's up, soul family? I miss you so much. I have been out of pocket for a few days. I went online a couple times, but been a little bit under the weather, so I've been trying to get myself together, and I hadn't been uploading as much as I had been. um, we're getting super close to the end of the Compendium of the Emerald Tablet. So, truthfully, I had said I thought I was going to go live tonight. Instead of doing that, I'm going to take the time and be obedient and sit down and get to the work for the family. And I will be completing that. It's like two more tablets to go through. So, I'll be taking care of that. I also have some personal readings that I need to finish up. Folks have either paid in coin or in their energetic contribution to the channel. So I definitely want to stop goofing off now that I'm able to work again and handle the cards. I'm going to go ahead and get those taken care of. I did want to jump on though, just to touch bases with you all to let you know what's going on. I did mention yesterday on the live stream. This is August, so happy new month. Welcome to August. If you're watching this in real time, and of course, if you're watching it later, no worries. But we are in that Lionsgate energy, and those who have been with the channel for a little while know that I'm kind of in an initiation cycle, as it were, as many of you all are as well. But as because of that, I'm actually entering into an initiation fast. So I will be, you'll see some messages day one of 40, day two of what have you. And it's still just kind of tagging along with, if any are inspired to do their version of fasting, whatever you're inspired to do. And I'm certainly not under any circumstances recommending anybody go into a 40-day fast. Do not say that I've told you that, because I absolutely did not. However, if you are being led by your spirit guides and your intuition to do some form of fasting, whatever it may be, if you want some fasting support there, you can also, if you miss comment here, or you can go to WhatsApp. I have a public group there, Transformation, Rebirth, Ascension. Of course, we're not doing any kind of financial solicitation or anything there. It's a very small little group there. But if you see this message and you're interested in some fasting, some group fasting, group support for people who are fasting primarily for spiritual reasons, not just dietary reasons, you're more than welcome to join that group there. That group is also where I post like my uploads, or when I'm doing my own individual videos that I'm led to that are not my personal content, but as I'm roaming through University of YouTube, whenever interesting videos and information comes to me, I share it there. So if that's something that interests you, it is available to you. Uh, I have had plenty of folks that were asking about personal readings. If you wish to have a personal reading from me, you can email me at modernmysticmessages@gmail.com and let me know the type of reading that you wish. Currently, the readings that I'm offering are like a shorter, like a 15-20 minute reading for 2222, a 30-minute reading for 3333, and then the 45 to an hour reading for 4444. Once you determine the type of reading that you like, you can go to the Buy Me a Coffee link, which is listed on my About page. Pay for your reading, email me, and let me know that you've paid. And once your payment actually clears and Buy Me a Coffee, I'll try to get the reading out to you within 72 hours of your payment clearing, and then we can take it from there. So if that's something that's interesting to you or something that you need, go ahead and that's available to you. Now I did, and I'm just kind of, this is kind of the announcements thing, because like I said, I know I've been out of pocket. I just want to kind of let folks know what's going to be upcoming in the live streams. I've had a lot of requests for certain information. Once we finish the Emerald Tablets, we will be starting Zechariah Sitchin's 12th Planet series. So that's kind of upcoming for you next week. And to that event, I'm going to have to change the schedule a little bit so I'm not getting so burnt out. That whole marathon 12 14-hour day live streaming thing that I did. It was amazing. I thank you all to the new subscribers that were actually that came into the family because of that, but I can't keep that pace up. So what I tentatively plan to do is Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday to live stream in the evenings. Those will be our spiritual discussions, conversations where we talk about biblical text and the Anunnaki text, or answer any of your questions that you may have regarding spirituality in general. And then on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll be coming online earlier in the day to do a collective live tarot reading, and I will also open the floor for personal, like a questions answered, for a donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link or through Super Chat or whatnot once that is actually up and available. I've looked into that yet. I haven't been approved yet, so I don't know when that's coming, but we can still do it through the Buy Me a Coffee link if that's something that's interesting to you. And then tentatively, depending on how that goes with the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday split, I may actually open up a longer tarot session on Saturday, do like a morning session and then an evening session as well. We'll see how that goes. And then, of course, we will have the pre recorded session still coming out as we go through Sitchin's series, and hopefully, observations I get in meditation as I go through the next 40 days on this fast. So, those are the things that are upcoming. Day one of the fast, it's coming to an end as we speak. I kind of started it yesterday evening, and truthfully, to be completely transparent, today was not a complete water fast. I mentioned in the live stream yesterday that I'm super mineral deficient right now. I was having severe muscle spasms because of it, so I kind of mega dosed some magnesium, potassium, and my vitamin D, and to keep from irritating my stomach. And truthfully, to be perfectly honest, I can't stand wasting food. That's just an old school thing that I was taught from childhood. I did have a cucumber and some cherry tomatoes and a bag of spinach left in the fridge, and I know my roommate would not eat them, so I made myself a little salad, and I had that, took the vitamins and stuff. But I mean, altogether, I think that was probably under 200 calories, I'm guessing. And I had that, and so I am done with the solid food now. And now we are on to the fast. Tomorrow, I will be doing a video discussing more of the fasting protocol I'm doing. Like I said, I am not a fasting professional, nor am I a nutritionist. So I'm not telling anybody what to do, but in the interest of transparency, because more and more I keep hearing more and more of you all saying that, oh my goodness, that's my life. You're finding a lot of resonance in the things that I'm going through and that I'm being called to do as well. So I don't know what information is going to be beneficial to whom. So Spirit is just guiding me to be as transparent as I can with everything. So I will be getting into the protocol that I'll be doing. I did want to discuss some of the information that Yeshua sent to the Essenes to let them know how he felt about fasting, because that is important. Within Christianity, we don't get an awful lot of information about fasting. They kind of mention it in passing and then move on. Same thing within Judaism and uh, Islam. In fact, within Christianity and Judaism, they act like it's such a hush hush thing that you almost can't talk about it. And I know there's a couple of scriptures that mention that. Yeshua was primarily telling them not to be running around bragging about fasting, because a lot of them would do it for a point of trying to prove their piety or their level of spiritual development. Oh, I'm fasting. Or they'd be looking all haggard and stuff because they can't function in life because they're fasting. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about being transparent about it, so that if you're guided to do it, we can understand kind of why and the how even more so. There's a whole lot of information that's been out in the past several years about fasting. It has come more into the mainstream, but there is a bit of a difference between a strictly health perspective or protocol and the fasting that you will do from a spiritual standpoint. And something there's bit of a combination of both, but I did get a request for that information, so we'll be going through that tomorrow as well. And then let me see. Yeah. Also, like I said, I this evening in lieu of I am working on some personal readings and all that, but I am going to also tonight try to get a collective reading in. So hopefully you'll be seeing that uploaded to the channel as well. And I will post on the community tab about what time I'm going to be going live tomorrow. I do expect it to be a bit earlier in the afternoon since it is Sunday. I'm going to try to get online somewhere in the hopefully around maybe the 2 o'clock time period or three, but I'll post it, like I said, at least 2 hours ahead of when I'm getting ready to go online. So hopefully you'll be able to join us there. And that's it for, I think that brings us up to speed for what's going on with me. I hope all is going on with you. And other than that, family, I just got a message coming in from one of my personals as well. So I'm going to go on and get to work and get working on that. Hope to see you on the live stream tomorrow. Until then, peace and blessings to you. Take care of yourselves and each other. I love you so very much. Namaste.